10 years, an incredibly successful, joyful, affirming life after Vietnam. Things happened, events that were triggers. Slowly, I began to descend. And as I descended, I wasn't getting help. I knew I wasn't happy, but I self medicated. I kept away from people. I went through my own stuff privately. People thought I was a struggling actor. I was never a struggling actor. I was a struggling human being. I was an unhappy person. I had, among other things, what's called survivor guilt. I had a wonderful life. And I didn't feel I deserved that when so many people I cared about either didn't come home or came home gravely altered. And so I set about destroying the success that I had created because I didn't feel worthy of it. And it was an act of great kindness and courage. Two of the members of my chapter gave me a book by Myra McPherson called Long Time Passing. And they said, you should read this. And I read these essays and these interviews with parents and brothers and sons and husbands. And I recognized myself in these interviews. I said, my God, that's me. That's how I react. And that was what it took for me to realize you're broken. You're really, really broken. You need to ask for help. And that was hard. I'm fairly stoic. I'm fairly self-reliant. And I like to give help. I'm not comfortable ever asking for help. Now, my therapy was very straight ahead. It was me sitting in office with this man and talking about how I reacted to things in my life. And he encouraged me to write about the things that I could remember. So it was a sort of a narrative therapy. I found my voice. I began writing these essays. I was able to recount the specific instances and things that had happened, and some things I had forgotten about or blocked. Slowly, over time, I got better. And in 6 months, I had dropped an awful lot of bad habits. Vic was incredibly kind to me and generous, and I will always be grateful to him for that kindness. This is a lifelong condition. People with PTSD will continue this journey of self-discovery. They must learn about themselves and what their triggers are, what things set them off. It could be smells, it could be sounds, it could be anniversaries, it could be events. Any number of things can trigger a flashback or that kind of depression that comes on. Something terrible is getting ready to happen. That's a wretched way to live, but through self-awareness, we can improve that. That's the point. Life can get better. You can always check out. But why not avail yourself of some of the possibilities before you give up on everything?